This is the safest shelter I've ever seen. It is built at a height of more than 10 meters above the ground. It was built by men transporting materials on one leg. Not only are there 2 wild boars raised above, there are also oddly shaped pigeon nests. Later, it built chicken coops to raise poultry and cleared wasteland to grow vegetables. Live a truly self-sufficient lifestyle. Last time, Aju built a shelter in a tree. And millions of people watched. Although structures far from the ground are safe enough, but the internal living area is too small. In order to provide themselves with a comfortable living environment, he had no choice but to discard it, build a new home with a bigger area. Despite their physical limitations, but he is still self-sufficient. No matter how tall the tree is, it can be easily climbed. Soon he was repaired with a flathead by the top. Just enough room to build a foundation. It is very inconvenient to enter and exit up and down, and he went out into the forest nearby, and he cut down logs and bamboo. Cut out the card slot at the vertical joint first, then insert the stick to connect. And you get a ladder that's high enough to carry materials around, which is very convenient. And the first bamboo he brought in, he set it up with nails and he built the foundation of his shelter in the tree trunks. Let yourself have a foothold to step on. And then they continued to nail the wood on top of the frame to make load-bearing bamboo for shelter. It is more than 10 meters above the ground. If it declines, the consequences are unimaginable. So bamboo works very carefully. Soon, a small platform will go out, and the same method is used for the floor of the prototype attic. After all, in his inner plan, this shelter should have at least 2 bedrooms and 1 living room. Then you create a ladder. So you don't have to jump up and down, in and out. And when it was done, bamboo began to build the roof. You can see from a distance how safe this shelter is. Even if you're not afraid of heights, if you stand on it, your legs may also be weak. As for the construction of the wall, it is even easier. You just chop the bamboo batches into strips. Dispose of the internal knots at the same time. This way, after being tiled onto the frame, the resulting floor has almost no bumps. Finally, with the unremitting efforts of Aju, soon, all the walls were covered by him. Roof tiles are shingled in the same way. It is worth mentioning that the laying method uses the upper and lower cover type. This can effectively avoid the accumulation of rainwater. This process can seem a bit dangerous. He should always pay attention to his own safety. And that's what you end up with. At this point, the shelter is only checking doors and windows. Aju also doesn't give himself an excuse to be lazy. The door frame is spliced with bamboo hem. And then you fill it with bamboo, and you make planks. And I mean, the product looks kind of weak. But after all, the shelter is more than 10 meters above the ground. Beasts that can come up are not afraid of this door. After Aju installs the window as well. Even if the exterior of this new home is completely completed, one can see how grand the sanctuary is from a distance. But Aju is still not satisfied. I saw that he continued to slot a few bamboos according to the construction method of interspersing up and down, 1-to-1 to recreate a miniature version of the sanctuary. But it's not for cooking. It's going to be used to raise wild boar. Even in the pigsty, he didn't perfunctory. His intentions can be seen at all the connections. Ju can't stop this shot. In order to maximize the use of resources, he also used the leftover material to create a chicken coop and a uniquely shaped pigeon nest. If this craft is placed in our village, at least a carpenter with a monthly income of over 10,000, and with the pigsty, of course, there is also a fence. In this way, even if the wild boar jumps out of the pigsty, there is no need to worry about falling and declining. Finally, extend a vegetable garden at the door and plant some flowers and plants in it. This sense of atmosphere is also directly filled. At this point, the treehouse has truly realized 5 bedrooms and 1 living room. And it's time for the flying beasts he trapped before. Housewarming. It can be seen that the little ones are not afraid of life. I'm also very comfortable with this new home. But the luxury single rooms are all arranged. Then high-end meals are naturally indispensable. These pig buddies are really speechless. Now there are more and more members of this family. More and more mouths to eat. What will Aju do next?